not the cheapest one, but like cheapish. Let's go. And a little disclaimer, I am gonna make you shop. This video is gonna make you go and spend your savings. So if you don't have money, like exit out, because today I am going to share something from my experience that changed my entire jewelry collection for the better and might change yours. So as you know, I have gotten my D'Amour bracelet recently to go with my love cuff. Big mistake. So the love cuff has a little opening for your wrist. It's so funny because Alex always makes fun of my love cuffs because the opening is so narrow and he's like, how can you squeeze your wrist in there? And then when I show him, he almost faints because I like push the vein out of the way with one side and then I like lock it onto my wrist. It's funny to watch him. What was I talking about? So the D'Amour bracelet does tangle within the love cuff because of the opening. But if you have a regular love bracelet, then D'Amour bracelet is definitely for you. I would recommend going with the largest diamond because the larger the diamond, the thicker the chain. And it looks very elegant when you can see the chain, and the chain is high polish. After wearing my D'Amour with my love cuff for a while, and being sick and tired of it always being wrapped around the love cuff, I have decided to just simplify my left wrist and get another chain bracelet, and I was considering getting another D'Amour bracelet in yellow gold. But my assay told me that they will tangle. So I started considering this bracelet. Like, we call it the baby love bracelet. And it has only one length, so you need to adjust the size. And I tried it on in the past, and I really loved that loose, badass, I don't give a fuck kind of look. So I knew I wasn't gonna adjust the size, and my D'Amour, I wear it on a shorter setting. So I knew that it was gonna be longer than my D'Amour bracelet, and the chain is completely different. So the chain is not high polish. It's kind of like Bulgari chains with like round circles, or Tiffany. I hate Tiffany chains. I cannot stand Tiffany chains. They're so cheap, and the closure, it's just like, it's not even aligned properly on most of them. Don't get me started. Don't ask me about Tiffany. I just can't. Like, it's not the level. The prices they charge for the quality that their pieces are, no. And they certify their own diamonds. Like, they don't have a third-party authentication like GIA certificates. They just certify their own diamonds and then you have to take their word for it. No, thank you. I've had a very bad experience with their diamond studs. So, back to the bracelet. So I knew the chain was different, the chain was thicker, and the bracelet was longer, so I decided to give it a try, and oh my gosh, I haven't taken it off, like not once, just like my D'Amour bracelet. So it's on my wrist, and as you can tell, like it falls lower than the D'Amour bracelet. The only thing that I don't like about it, and I'm gonna get it out of the way right now, is that the chain is not high polish. The chain is very good quality. It's very robust. It's very thick. I feel very safe wearing it every day. But I wish it was more shiny and sparkly because the love circles, they do reflect light very well. So I had dinner with my friend and the best essay in the world, Hannah, the other night, and she complimented my bracelets, and I told her, hey, like the chain isn't as sparkly as I'm used to, like this chain. So every chain from Van Cleef & Arpels and Cartier, well, not every chain, obviously, but most of them are high polish. So they reflect light extremely well. They're like razor sharp, they're like mirror kind of finish polish. And I love that because I love chains more than the actual pendants. I feel like it looks very sexy when it glistens on the skin. It's just very attractive to me, especially when you go out at night and how it bends light, and it's really sexy. Like, my neck is my favorite part of my, which is the weirdest thing to say, but I feel like accentuating my neck makes me feel the sexiest and the most feminine. And I feel like every girl should be into her neck rather than her sausage fingers, because accessorizing your neck will make you look very sexy and desirable, and just like your skin will glow. So Hannah told me something I didn't know. So this bracelet has a matching necklace, identical matching necklace, identical chain, everything, but recently they came up with a new version. One circle is diamond paved and one circle is plain. And if you get, which is this version, and if you get this version, the chain is a high polish chain. And now Guys, I don't know whether I really wanted or I just am convincing myself that I really want it, but I really want that necklace because of the high polish chain. It's not gonna match my bracelet identically, but it's the same style, it's still gonna match. And I really, really hope they come up with bracelets like this in the future. And it's not that expensive considering that one circle is diamond pave. Anyway, what was I gonna say next? So it took me years to get these two bracelets. And the reason for that is because I am cheap. Like, I'm actually cheap. Like, I don't dumpster dive, but I'm pretty frugal. Unless I'm shopping for jewelry. And even, like, you will see. Okay, so these two bracelets, each of them is around $2,000. And to me, double that, and you can have a thin, plain Justin Clou. Or you can get a thin love bracelet, and those are chunkier, more substantial pieces of jewelry. I feel like I'm in my feminine era now. Things that I liked in the past, I no longer gravitate towards. For example, I was into very chunky, masculine pieces of jewelry, and I felt like it is worth it. It's not really worth it. You're paying thousands and thousands on top of the amount of gold that you're getting, not just for the design, but for the brand name. I get it. So none of it is really worth it, but it is worth it to me because I'm into luxury and I get stars in my eyes when I see luxurious things, beautiful things, and all I want in my life are those things. Whew, talk about shallow. So now having a delicate wrist and more, this is still a delicate wrist. So this is a stack that is more bangle oriented. I have two bangles and a 5 motif. And if I have, my parents already call me a gypsy. So if I have the same bangle style stack here on my left wrist, it's gonna be too much. So I decided to have this wrist more feminine, and that's what I was trying to do with my love cuff and the Diamond bracelet, but unfortunately it didn't work. It would work if it was a love bracelet and I would have probably stopped shopping. I feel like these two are such basic pieces. They're your white and black tee, they're your slacks, they're your nude heels. They're things that you overlook when shopping. I feel like every nourished person, when they come into the money, they go into designer boutiques and they buy things that catch their eye, that are trendy, but they still have nothing to wear. Because the most important pieces are your basics, and if you don't have those, then, well, your closet isn't really functional. And for me, these tiny, delicate little chains on my wrist pull everything together. So now I can get away with bolder pieces, like on my neck, this stunning statement necklace I have, which I'm obsessed with. Every time I wear it, I feel like $1,000,000. It's just unbelievable. The same with this ring. But these chains just make everything so wearable, because I still feel like, sometimes I feel like, oh my gosh, maybe it's too much, maybe I'm going overboard. No, girl, wear your jewelry. You spent a lot of money on it, get your money's worth. Oh my gosh, my eyelashes. You know, like sometimes in the middle of the night, I'll start talking to myself and talking and talking, and I end up coming up with a video. So everything I'm telling you here, I've discussed with myself first. You're welcome. And one more thing I wanted to tell you about these bracelets. I'm kind of giving you a review on both of them because I wear them together. The fact that they're different lengths, they could be the same. I could probably wear the Diamond on a longer setting, but I don't. So the fact that they're different lengths, they give me this kind of boyfriend jeans vibe. So they have this I don't care kind of attitude look. What did I just say? And that's the vibe I'm going for. I just care about the look more now. So I prioritize. I'm also letting go of my love cuff in yellow gold. Okay, so back to refining my jewelry collection. I have finally come to a very harsh conclusion that yellow gold doesn't suit my skin tone. I am not letting go of my Frivole set because that set is to die for. And I'm not letting go of my 5 motif diamond pave and guilloche bracelet and the diamond pave yellow gold vintage Alhambra necklace. So those two will stay, those two sets, because they're just stunning, impossible to get, whatever. But the love cuff with the single diamond in yellow gold will be sold. So everything is in the description box below. And another thing, I have gotten so many DMs from you girls about this bracelet. talking about this bracelet, sharing your experience with this bracelet, talking about DM bracelet and also the baby love bracelet, because apparently you really love them, or you were just smarter, wiser, more enlightened than me and have gotten them earlier. And good for you. I have never gotten that many DMs about my statement pieces, like about my diamond necklace or the eternity band, things that are expensive. But I have gotten tons of DMs about these. Please do not send me DMs. Leave your comments down below. That really boosts my channel. Like this video. Like, actually stop and like this video. It really helps me. And comment down below. And I'm gonna respond because I want to have a lot of comments under my videos. Okay. I think that's it, right? I think that's it about the bracelets. I'm obsessed. So the reason I got it in rose gold and not in white gold, which I was considering, no, not because white gold is more gunmetal-y. So the love design is very masculine and rough in my opinion, but if you get it in yellow gold or in rose gold in a warmer tone, it just makes everything so feminine and girly, and it's like the best of both worlds. Let's move on to the shoe haul because I can talk about these bracelets forever. You can see how excited they get me, and let me know if you think I should get the necklace next or I have enough of those already. Okay, so now, my Dolce & Gabbana, okay, guys, I had you vote on Instagram stories and you said yes to these shoes and I loved them so much, so I got them. And guys, the quality, they looked like they broke, cracked, and somebody painted over the cracks with a slightly darker red paint. I saw that when I was taking a picture of them when I got them home, and I couldn't believe it. And I am obsessed with shoes, high heels, it's everything. And imagine a guy kissing your legs and then licking the heel of your shoes. And he sees the cracks. He's gonna think you're a cheap whore. Do you wanna look like a cheap whore up close? No, of course you don't. So I took them back. I showed them and they couldn't believe it either. Another thing, so they were both, two of the shoes were a size 39, obviously. And you need to size up in pointy toe. And on the inside, where it says the size on the inside of the shoe, one said 39 and the other said 38 and a half. So I don't know who made them, like, but his hands or her hands were obviously growing out of his ass. That's my conclusion, because somebody, the quality control, did their best to fix the fuck-ups, but it was very obvious to me because I look at my shoes up close because I'm obsessed with them. I smell them. I'm obsessed. So I went back and I got these. This is the most classic, basic sandal that you can have. And I'm absolutely obsessed with these. I checked them under a microscope. I didn't really do that, but I looked at them up close. They're absolutely stunning, and they have the Dolce & Gabbana, Johnny's hair is everywhere, and they have a Dolce & Gabbana logo on the heel. They look so gorgeous, and they have a round toe, so I am obsessed. Like, I'm actually obsessed with these, and I think that that was the right decision. They were more expensive, but these are so gorgeous. They're so worth it, and they are that basic shoe that I'm missing because I'm into statement shoes. And I have tons of high heels, I have tons of Christian Louboutin shoes, and I just needed something simple with a block heel that is wearable. And they were supposed to be my birthday shoes, but then I went to Gucci, guys, and these shoes have not left my feet. Every day I wear them, and they did give me blisters at some point, but not to the point that I even need a band-aid. So they're actually wearable, designer shoe that is wearable. They changed their packaging to this disgusting red. Like, what are they thinking? You're at Cartier and it's like glossy. It feels cheap. It looks cheap. I really dislike this packaging. So the boxes are gonna be looking this cheap soon as well. But these shoes, guys, I got them in like a navy, not the plain, classic Gigi print, but in the navy, beige navy, whatever. So they look really good with denim. Like I have this oversized denim jacket that I wear with all of my sexy dresses, and these shoes look so good with that jacket. So I highly recommend getting them with the navy blue print instead of the brown, but I might get them with the brown print as well. These are not permanent collections. Obviously designer shoes will change, like the styles will change. So I feel like maybe I will get another pair of these because they're such a basic, like slingbacks, you don't need to think twice because they're the most comfortable. As long as you have like your heels need to be really well exfoliated. Girls, pedicure, pedicure, and pedicure again. Forget your nails, do your toes. Like toes, oh my gosh, feet are so important. Hands are not as important as feet. I tell you this every time when I talk about shoes. I saw them in two colors, plain and this navy color, and I think both of them had white hardware, silver hardware. And I absolutely love silver hardware. I feel like it's just so hot. It just looks so badass. And my Chanel wallet and chain has champagne hardware, but it's very close to white silver hardware rather than champagne or yellow or rose gold, so they will match perfectly. Let me know your thoughts on my feminine era style of jewelry. Also, whether I should go for the necklace at some point, and what you think about these shoes, and whether or not I should get another pair of these Gucci slingbacks. Oh my gosh. And these run true to size. Get them in your regular size, even though they're a pointy toe, but it's a slingback. Thank you very much for watching. If you found this video interesting, entertaining, or helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, comment down below, and I will see you next week. Bye guys.